guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time tuning in, what's good? Welcome to Tumelo's world. I apologize for the lightning, but today I have a story time. Back in high school, when I was so in love with this boy, I thought he was my happy ending. Okay, so fast forward, it was 2016. Yes, because it was September. I was like 16 then. It was in my grade 9, ne? Okay. So what happened is, there was this program back in high school where it's always a freshers ball, which means a lot of young girls, newcomers and the ones who are already there by the school, like go on a beauty contest, want to enter a beauty contest, like the different activities being done that day. And that day there's no school, like it's strictly casual. But that day I don't think it was, because it was around September. It wasn't freshers ball, but it was something like that was held for students who were in our school uniform. I remember that day perfectly well, but I just didn't, and I remember which grade it was. So yeah, so what happened is I was so head over heel of this guy. Okay, his name is Carrots. I'm gonna call him Carrots, and this girl's name was Palesa. I'm gonna give her a fake name. If she's watching this, I genuinely apologize. They were rude to you here. I'm scrolling down our conversations, and I feel like I didn't give you a chance to explain. But I think by now I was mad at you and him, but I just didn't wanna accept the fact that if a guy doesn't love you, he didn't love me the way that I loved him. Let me put it like that. So it happened that this girl and my boyfriend back then played Rihanna and Drake. You remember back then there was the song work, 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 work. So my boyfriend Carol back then was in a drama. And they did like a program of the drama and stuff, everything. Like they had a program on what was gonna happen that day. Okay. Little did I know there was a surprise for me. Yeah, but anyway, let me get right into it. So this is so sad and funny at the same time. So what happened is, that program kept going, and mind you, everybody at school knew that I was dating Carrot. Everybody, even these other two teachers knew that I was dating him. Yeah, so what happened is that the drama proceeded, everything went fine. When it was the second last time for us to about to leave, about the school was about to end and everybody was about to go home. Okay, cool. When the program was still on, my boyfriend and this girl started dancing. Palesa, remember? So Palesa was twerking with my boyfriend to the song Work, Work, Work. Me and Palace's boyfriend were like miserable, like the shock of our lives. Okay? The shock of our lives. It was like we were being dumped in front of the whole school at the assembly point. You get what I'm saying? It was very hectic. I remember I was even sweaty. Whew. Girls started twerking, twerk to the song Work, 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 Work. Hey, they were Rihanna and Drake. Yes. After the twerking, I was so okay, I'm gonna tell you how I felt, guys. I felt so angry at the both of them. I felt sad. I felt embarrassed. It was like I was being dumped, And mind you, Palisa and I, we became we were close before this happened. Me and her were cool before this happened. Okay. Things we do for boys. Okay, so after they danced, the guy came to me and was like, because we were busy packing the chairs, everybody's about to leave, go wait for the transport and stuff. Mind you, I was still embarrassed. My intestines were upside down, my inside out. My liver was on the floor. So, okay, cool. Fast forward, the guy came to me. He's like, can I talk to you before you leave? I was like, okay. In my mind, I was like, okay, a breakup is coming. Cool, prepare yourself. Don't be angry. Don't be anything. If anybody asks, we had already broke up before this thing happened, okay? Little did I know that he wasn't breaking up with me. He was just trying to apologize of what happened. And then he lied to me and he said, this wasn't in the program. The girl is the one who suggested that they dance together and stuff, okay? And then I went home around 2016. I'm not going to specify till the date, but 2016 at 3:43 p.m. So, what's this? I even forgot what I was saying. So, oh yeah, when I got home at 3:43 p.m., I texted the girl, Palesa. These texts are very embarrassing, but forgive me, it was at Facebook. Palesa, why do you have to dance? Libewak, he's mine, not ours. Ibile, the worst part, it wasn't in the program. Sis, and then I did, and then a swear word, which is not me, and then
emotional, damn it.
She said, Tutu, sorry, your base unkupile ho opela le nna so ke dumetse, which means your bay asked to sing with me. So I agreed. So Tutu, sorry, please. And I was like, oh, really? Should I ask him? Then why didn't you refuse, huh? And she's like, sorry, Tutu, please forgive me. And then I said, answer me, and then exclamation marks, 3 exclamation marks. Should I ask him? Question mark. And she's like, yeah, no problem. And I said, it hurts seeing the one you love doing that. And I thought I trusted you. 4 exclamation marks. Yo. And then the girl said, Dudu, sorry about that. My bae is also angry on me, so please forgive me. And then I tell her, Alessa, I'm also angry at my boyfriend. If you cared about your bae's feelings, you shouldn't have done that. And like both of you are hurting me. It seems like me and your bae don't have feelings. And she says, I know. So sorry to both of you, okay? And I said, it's not easy. ... How would you feel if I have done that with your bae in front of the whole school? And then she says, angry. And then she says, sorry, I understand to do sorry. But I kept going on her, and then I said, exactly, I felt hurt, and people said that I should go and fight you. And I just looked at both of you and said in my heart that one day you will receive the pity.
Even you know where the danger is. You know where the danger is.
Oh, me and your bae felt, which was very rude, guys. Yo. And she says, which means I didn't do it intentionally. The way your bae loves you and the way I love bae, ish 100%.
Oh my God! Wow!
And if you want my bae, you can have him. And she's like, no, she's like, carrot, girl, sorry. And I don't want carrot, sorry. And then she said, Tutu, sorry, please don't be angry on me, please. And I said, if you loved your bae and if you didn't want me hurt, you wouldn't have done that. Have him. I have got my friends and family. I have my family and friends who don't betray me. Dang. Triple exclamation mark.
Oh, lies, lies, lies. And everywhere is lies.
Exclamation mark. And your bae has the right to be angry. And she repeated, say, I don't want carrot, okay? Sorry. How will I know? I thought you loved me. Dash. Actually, it's full stop. And I thought you wouldn't do that. I know I love my BF. So please stop. And I said, stop. What? Bona, I don't trust you anymore. And she's like, sorry. Dudu, please. Sorry. Capital letters, sorry. And I say, please don't beg me. I treated you like my little sister, but after what you did, I don't trust you anymore. And she said, it's okay, no problem. And I told her, I won't fight you. 4 exclamation marks. You ruined the love I had for you. Tumelo. And by the way, you pay my
Emotional, damn it!
pay my teeth pay. And I won't stop the fight. You will. If you like me, you wouldn't have done that. If you're really sorry, you will do something to make me forgive you. And she says, okay, because she was tired of apologizing, which something that I get now that I'm more matured. Now I'd be like, I shouldn't even have started this conversation. She said, okay. And I said, And then solo samufuta of a thing of what kind of, and I said, I don't know, because I said, you'll make something to show that you're sorry. And then I said, I don't know. And then she said, hi. And she's like, so, or sharp. And then I say, hello. And I say, hello. Nah, because you lied to me. And she says, I lied. And I said, yes. And then I was like, let's drop it. Meaning, anyways, let's leave it. And she says, okay. And I said, yes. I think our conversation ends here. And she's like, yeah. And then the same year, same month, I wished her happy birthday, dear, happy birthday. I think that's when I was calm. And then she said, thank you. And I said, pleasure. And I say, no, she actually responded and said, thank you, the next day after her birthday. And then I said, pleasure. And then she said, and then I said, Kopa favor. And she said, okay. And I said, stop showing people our conversations too. On the 16th of September 2016 at 4:24 a.m. People are sleeping. Why was I up? It was this thing we do for Love Island. Fuck off. And then the 16th September, 8:07 a.m. 2016. And then I say, babe, I saw her crying at school. So I asked her, babe, I saw you crying after school. What happened? She said, my BF broke up with me. And I said, oops, sorry. And she says, yeah, anyway, how are you? And I said, I'm okay. And she's like, so I need help. And then I asked her, yeah, what help for? Like, what do you need help for? And she asked me if I'm in school. And I said, nah. And she says, yeah. And I said, what's up? What must I help you with? She says, forget about it. And I said, say it. Then she asked me, have you seen Mr. Ramutsir? And I was like, yeah. What is he doing? And he's like, okay. She's asking me if I was at school. 2017 March, the conversation proceeded. Hi, hey. She's the one that says hi. I say, hey. And then she says, Tiri. And then I said, nothing more, nothing less. You. And she says, me too. And I said, glad to hear that, hey. And she says, I need help. And I said, with what? Arship, which means relationship. And I say, okay, what's that I need to do? And then she tells me, I think my bae is playing me. And then I said, how do you know? And she's like, Lesero told me that we are sharing. And I said, do you believe her? If I was you, I would trust my guy.
Oh my god!
Wow! Guys, what was happening in my head? Full of water back then. No matter how many times he hurt me, I'll remain honest, loyal, and worth it. And she says, I do, but they spend a lot of time together. And then I said, how do you know that? If a guy does that, take a distance away and see his reaction and tell him that you don't feel right about what he's doing. Still, I tried. Somebody else tried talking to him, but nothing has happened. Okay. And I was like, babes, let me give you an advice. As if I'm Steve Harvey. Don't involve people in your relationship with your baby. And she says, yeah. And I said, life is all about ups and downs. Chess and me to do the motivator. And I said, now whatever happens, I accept it the way it is. If it was meant to be, things will be fixed. If things aren't meant to be, then why force them? And she says, which means I hear you and I will try. And then I say, baby girl, be strong. Pick up the pieces and keep yeah, and keep you pride and respect. And she said, thank you, girl, you're the best. And I'm like, you're welcome anytime. My friends always say I'm the best, but hey, I don't argue. Hey. And then she asked me, are you going to bed? And I said no. And then she put an emoji with the sweat and stuff. And I said okay. And that's the emoji I said. And then she said, let me say salasente, which means stay well. And then I said, lols, okay, nyabonga, I'm used to laughing, don't blame me, please. And she's okay, lol. And then I say good night. And then that is it. Because from here we were cool, me and her, stuff. I think she even left school where we were. So moral of the story, don't let a guy get to your head to that point that you end up fighting for a guy. The guy that you fight for, it's not worth it at the end of the day. But wow, I was very wild. Hey, I was genuinely in love with this guy. Hey, and he had shown me flames. I'm not gonna lie to you. He showed me flames when I was dating him, but I kept on dating him because I was in love, young love. I could we always believe that people like their high school sweethearts and stuff. I thought he was my sweetheart, my sugar darling, my pring, my vanilla. You know, my son to the hotness. You know, and it's very hot too. So, moral of the story: don't fight. Don't fight other girls for a guy that's not worth it. For instance, if I could turn back the time, one of the things I would have changed is me texting her. I wouldn't have texted her. I would have just been like, you know what, I let this slide because
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
even the advices I was getting from people, they're like, yo, you're gonna let her slide. Why don't you fight with her? And then I told her specifically that I don't like fighting because if parents were gonna be involved, my mom was gonna be disappointed in me fighting for a guy. Imagine. So I just didn't want that. And imagine 16. Nobody ends up with their 16th love. Maybe nobody ends up with their high school lover. Some do, but at the age of 16, like I was 16, what did I know about love at the age of 16? It was just a stage and a phase. And I'm glad I passed that because right now I'm more wiser, more understanding. And if things like that were to happen again, I'm gonna let it slide. That's how I am. I was gonna let it slide and be like, I don't have time for this. I've grown to be more wiser and understanding that it's not always the girl at fault. Sometimes it might be the girl's fault, but that doesn't mean you should fight or quarrel because of a guy. As you can see, I was so in love with this guy and I shouldn't have taken her out on her. Like, imagine two people I met at you know, the two people that you meant to really like wished the best for you, you know what I'm saying? So I was still a kid back then. Such things are very embarrassing for me to do. There are certain things that I did in high school that I'm not proud of, but I think that's what makes life interesting, you know. The drama's there because you get to grow up and mature and know some things are not right, some things are right. You know, high school, man. High school drove everybody insane. I'm not gonna lie. There are those who fought for a guy. At least I didn't. Yo, there's plenty of story that I need. Yo, I was almost like, but I was like, but anyway, don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe, and click on the notification bell until I drop. I love you. Stay safe and make right decisions. If you're 16 years old, let me say 18 downwards, and then you happen to see my video, don't do what I did. Just let it slide. Because why? At the end of the day, you'll find someone great and worth it. It's just a phase, and it's gonna pass. And then, stay blessed, stay right, be healthy. You know, I can't. I you. I love you guys. Mwah.